Live.
Yay!
Goodness. Okay.
Night discussion live show. Sorry that we're so late.
Better late than never.
Yeah, but I'm excited. I'm here with Jacqueline from J Book Lover.
Hi.
About Lady Midnight.
It's a beauty.
All right, so I guess we'll start with like a non-spoilery part first. So, want to give us your...
You froze. What'd you say? Sorry.
You want to start with the overall thoughts, like the non-spoilery part-ish?
Oh, loved it. Highly recommend. I honestly still probably my favorite book of this year. I've read some like good books since this one. But still one of my favorites. I just love Cassandra Clare. Like, how can I not love Cassandra Clare?
She's queen.
Actually, she does no wrong in my eyes, but there's that. 5 out of 5 stars. Like, don't know what else to say.
Yeah, that was like saying to me too. Like 5 out of 5 stars. Like I absolutely loved it. But I do say that like you need to read the Infernal Devices and the entire Mortal Instruments before reading this one. Like I know people were asking like whether they can just skip it and go on to this one. Like you won't get the same feels and you'll probably get spoiled for the other series.
I agree.
So
definitely. Sorry, go ahead.
Much mandatory, I feel, in order to enjoy this book.
I feel like to get the full effect, you need to read all her books in the publication order. That's what I personally did it, and I found that I got the best kind of effect from it. But I know some people were just like, well, I'm not really into reading them. So honestly, if like at all in your life, if you're not going to read the Mortal Instruments or the Infernal Devices, you definitely can just pick up Lady Midnight. I think she does a great job, Cassandra Clare, at still dealing with the world and everything like that. But you're just gonna miss so much. Like you're missing so many amazing characters and everything like that. So, I mean, if you want to, you don't have to, but definitely
it's a reading experience.
an amazing reading experience.
Yeah, I don't know what else to say. Like that's non-spoilery because like just so much happens and it's amazing. So if you haven't read it, you can go pick it up. Come back.
It's been out.
Yeah, now for a while. So I hope that a lot of you guys watching like have already read it.
Anything else we can say? I don't know why I just turned around. I don't know what else to say. Non-spoilery. For me, I think this was such a strong, like, starting book compared to Clockwork Angel and City of Bones. I think this is a really just great one. I mean, it's bigger than both of them, but I think she did a lot with it, and it was such a full, developed story that I appreciated that, especially for it being the first book in a trilogy. So
and introducing like so many new characters and stuff that I thought she did a good job of like developing these characters, because when like, oh my god, I only read the first already attached to the characters. Like usually it takes me like a couple books in a series to like really feel attached, but like the character development I thought was so strong that I really just felt like these characters like so much.
She just has the best characters. I love her characters. They're so round and
and they're so dynamic. Like they're not white. Like there's so much to them.
Oh, true.
So great.
So much depth.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Good and bad things about each character. That's like perfect. Okay. Okay, what was your favorite part?
I
know.
Let me think. How do I say this non-spoilery?
Yeah. I guess we should let's just go on to the book. Yeah, like, I don't know. We can't really do anything else non-spoilery.
I was about to say something and I was like, wait, we're still on spoilery section.
Okay. So let's move on. Now we're going to the spoiler section. So if you haven't read it, you're gonna be spoiled. You haven't read it. Jacqueline, leave. Jacqueline. So Jacqueline had a little emergency, so I guess I'll continue. Oh wait, she's back.
Oh, y'all.
You're right.
My mom was just like asking me questions, and I was like, "Mom, I'm just doing a live show." Like,
I was like, oh, I guess I'll continue, but
so we're going on the spoilery section.
yeah, let's just move on to the spoilery section now. Hopefully, people watching have already read it. So
yeah, we will be going on to spoilers. So
okay.
My favorite scene. This heart makes me flutter. When Julian let Emma into his room, like his little room. Okay, like I love the beach scene, yes, but that I full on sobbing, full like tears. I was playing. What was the song? I was playing. What was the song I was playing during the scene? And I mentioned it in my book review, and I forget what I said. But I was playing a certain song, and every time I hear this song, I always think of them. Let me find it. It's a Paramore song.
My favorite song. Like, that's one of my favorite parts too. Was him showing her like his private space with all the paintings and stuff. Like
the tears. It was "My Heart" by Paramore. If you've ever heard that song.
Wait, you froze out this song?
"My Heart" by Paramore.
Okay, I've heard that, yes.
Literally, it was playing during that scene, and I was like throwing my phone across the room. I was like, "Don't do this to me!"
So many feels.
I was like, "That timing, though." And I'm like, "Julian and Emma," and I just sob in my room. I'm like,
oh, that part made me like so happy. Like I was just like, oh, my heart is so cute. I love Julian. I really do.
Such a nugget. Like he's a nugget.
So adorable. Like makes me so sad because it's like he's so just like broken, kind of like as a person, you know, like he's just.
Can we just
and like it just makes me sad, like
moment to actually think about the fact like in the next book he's going to see Emma and Mark like pretend to date and like
oh yeah, that ending. Oh, I wasn't. Yeah,
like Julian deserved this. I understand.
No, she was like, "You pretend to be my boyfriend." I was like, "What?"
It's like he's literally a nugget, and you're gonna break his heart. He was like, "I don't know what I would do if you two would get together."
Light bulb.
And she's like, "Oh, this is so perfect." Like, no.
What a good plan. Let's just break his heart. Like a little pawn.
What was your favorite scene?
I really liked the beach scene. Like, I really liked that part.
I was surprised she put that in there. Like, I was
too. Did you Clare like YA novel? Like that's pretty good.
I was like, classy Cassie. I like it.
Like she kept it tame. So
that was like so perfect. Okay, the thing about it is like, you know how it like. Oh, I'm gonna slightly spoil the Mortal Instruments series for like 2 seconds. So anyone that hasn't read it, sorry. You know how it took like City of Heavenly Fire for like Jason Clary. Like
yeah, exactly.
The crazy that it just like happened in the first book. But if you think about it, Julian and Emma have known each other for so long, so it's sort of it makes sense the fact that like if they started to actually like develop their feelings or like turn it into something romantic, that it would sort of go that way. I don't know. I wasn't really surprised by it.
Yeah, I mean, like they made it seem like they started creating kind of like a romantic connection, like early on, like before they even became parabatai, like that this has been happening and developing for a really, really long time. Like Mortal Instruments, Jason, you know, like randomly as teenagers, you know, like not as much time has passed. Julie and Emma like first met. So
Exactly.
like that was like, it didn't feel like super rushed, like insta lovey. Like it's been developing for years.
Exactly. I know you haven't read the one Shadowhunters Academy novella, but if you did, you would have seen their actual like bonding, like their parabatai bonding thing. Like that was really cool. And I'm not gonna say anything, but there's a little doubt in there. And it was mentioned a little bit. It was mentioned a little bit in this book, and I was like, I see you, I see it. And I remember I read the Shadowhunter Academy novellas before Lady Midnight, and I remember when it came to like that scene, I was like, ooh.
You like caught onto it? Okay.
Okay. I was like, okay, wonder what this is. And then like it was explained in Lady Midnight, which is kind of I was like, oh.
Okay, that's interesting. Because then like when I read the Tales of Shadowhunters, when I finish the rest of them in a couple months, like there might be something to look back on Lady Midnight and be able to see those connections and be like, okay, yeah. I see what she's doing.
Yes. That's why
it's like a puzzle. Her books are just like a little puzzle, I feel like.
I love it. I think it's so fun. Also, just want to mention, I personally recommend to read the Shadowhunter Academy novellas. I'm not really a huge novella person, but they're really good. I think they're really essential to sort of plot things out and get a bigger mind for characters. So if anyone that's watching this hasn't read them, I personally recommend them. The bind-up's coming out in November.
Yeah.
So just wait, because they're like $1.99 and ain't nobody really got time for that. I mean, I bought them all, but I'm also a little bit crazy, so we have that.
Yeah, I was like, buy the whole bind up. I'll reread them all. Like, I'll be chilling. It'd be good.
I'm finding that bind up though. You know, like I have them all on my Kindle, and I'm like, well,
it's on my phone. I'd rather have a physical copy of them anyway.
Yeah, true. I mean, I don't really mind. I like reading both methods, like ebook and physical copy, but like
I've got eyesight, so like reading on my phone is like so annoying because I'm like,
that would be really annoying. I have my iPad and then I have my Nook, so I'm like,
oh yes, I only have my own phone. And I'm like, I can't read these tiny words.
Because there was something else I wanted to mention when we were talking about Julian. What was the other thing I wanted to mention? Well, whatever. Anyway, for Lady Midnight, I also bought an ebook for it because I like low-key read it at school when I was in class, but it's all good. No
chill.
Absolutely no chill. I was like, it's actually supposed to be learning, and I was like, you know what? Not today. Not
Lady Midnight's way more boring.
Like learning Lady Midnight, like that's like senioritis in the moment.
Yeah, senioritis to the max.
That was sort of Mist and Fury too, because like I said, it was a full like 24 hours of me reading that book, and like it was like the last like 100 pages. I
had to finish it.
And I read it in my theology class, and I was like sobbing to myself. I was like, "This is what dreams aren't made of." How was that?
Okay, back to Lady Midnight.
We know I distract us. I get caught up in last time we talked about the Kendall Early game for like 10 minutes, so update. I'm not addicted to that anymore. We're all okay. I was like, I got to number 1, and then I got really boring. So I was like,
you've already nailed the game, so you already won.
Like dominated the game, so I was like, okay, let's like do something else now.
Congratulations,
something productive in my life. Like, what did I want to? Can we talk about the kids?
Oh my god, they're so cute.
I love the fact that they're a thing. I think Ty is literally my baby. Like, I really want to just like take him and hug him. Like, I love Ty so much.
Yes. I'm like curious. I'm like, there's so much more to Ty. Like some things that she was describing about him that I was like, something with Ty is gonna be developed further.
I know. I'm really excited.
There's more to him than like what she talked about in Lady Midnight.
I think I love the fact that she sort of included a character like Ty, and that's why he's like my baby. I think he's supposed to have like dyslexia. I think that's what it is. I think that's what I thought it was. I forget. What do you think I think he has like a disability per se.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
That makes him different from the other Shadowhunters, yeah.
And just like the fact Joanne is so protective of him, and he's protective of like all of his siblings. But I feel like because Ty went to go to the Scalamance, is that what it's called?
Yeah, I had no idea how to pronounce that. Scalamance? Is that how you pronounce it?
I don't know how to pronounce anything.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to pronounce it either.
I don't know how it's pronounced, but I know like he was just so protective with him, and I was like, he's literally the cutest. Like, what?
That Perfect Diego, wasn't he kind of from that world, the Scalamance?
Yeah, he's too. That's definitely not how you pronounce it, and I just totally put that onto you.
I mean, we're both pronouncing it wrong, so it's okay.
Sorry, guys. Like, someone let us know how to pronounce that. I would love to know. That's how I pronounce it in my review.
Butchering.
What else? I loved Livy too. I think that was like how she really badly wants to have the Parabatai bond with Ty, and it's just like
you're getting turned down.
Girl, she's like gets upset over it. I'm like, I'm so sorry.
I was like, oh, it's kind of sad that your like brother doesn't even want to.
But he wants to do the Scalamance, whatever the heck that is called.
Yeah. I hope she meets a friend.
Oh my god, no. It was also can we talk quickly about Christina and how like Emma was like, if I met Christina, then maybe we would have been Parabatai instead of like, and I was like,
Christina and Emma would be such good Parabatai though too.
I love their friendship. I think it's awesome that she has that.
Yeah, no, their friendship, I love Christina so much.
Yeah, Perfect Diego, I'm like side-eyeing. I don't know how I feel about him.
I don't either. I don't trust him.
I'm sorry. I read too many like books where like it's hard for me to trust like a perfect character. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like it's just weird. Like you know, she left him, you know, because like she was all hurt, and then all of a sudden he comes back. Like, what's happening here?
Perfect Diego. Okay.
Pops in, shoots Julian. Like, you don't touch my baby.
No. I love the car scene. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
That was a good scene as well. That literally on the verge of tears for that one. What else? I don't know.
Okay, did you see the thing with Malcolm, like, coming? Like, did you, like, think that it was him?
Okay. Halfway through, I thought it was him. But I think at first, like, you know, like, automatically assumed, like, oh, Warlock, name starts with an M, friends with Magnus, so, like, he's chill. Like, he's good.
Yeah.
And then I was like, but, like, the CSI Criminal Minds person that I am, like, came out of me, and I was like, it's probably him. Like, I'm just gonna say it's probably him. And then I was like...
And see, I did not even think of it. I thought it was the tutor. Oh, God, what's her name? Diana?
Oh, yeah.
Entire book. Like, the whole time, I was like, oh, it's you. It was like, and then they're like, oh, she leaves, and, like, she won't tell them where they're going. I was like, I got you. And then I was like, oh man, I was so ready to write.
But that's the thing, I didn't think it was her because you know how in like City of Bones, like Hodge was like the bad guy, so I was like, oh, it can't be that because like she's
predictable with her also, like
yeah, but I was like, maybe she's
two different parts.
exactly. So I was like, that. Well, if I thought that, maybe I should have thought that like, oh, maybe he's not a good guy, but of course no. But like halfway through, I was like,
probably views on Mark.
What?
Sorry, you like froze.
Oh, I didn't hear what you said. You froze too.
Oh. I said, what did you think of Mark?
Okay. You haven't read the certain Shadowhunter novellas, but like I think I'm like low key shoving that in your face, but it's okay. So I think reading those novellas and then seeing him in City of Heavenly Fire sort of prepped me for Lady Night, because honestly, I didn't think that he was going to be that big of a role in this book. Like I thought that they were going to like try to get him. I don't know. I just didn't expect him to just be like, oh, here's Connor. Like, yeah. Like I wasn't really expecting that. I was like, okay, we're like 100 pages in, but this is okay.
Yeah.
I love the fact that Mark is like bisexual. I love the fact that she does that. I think she, like, a lot of people like, okay, hate on Cassie all you want, but in reality, I think that she has such a vast group of characters and they each have their own character arc. Yes, certain characters that she made might have died off, and I'm low-key bitter about it, but like I just appreciate the fact she has like a wide group of characters. So I like Mark. Low-key don't trust him though. I'm like, I have a little bit of a side eye. Not as much as like Perfect Diego, but like I'm just watching. This is what do you think?
When he first came, I did not like him at first. Like for a lot of the book, actually, I didn't like him like at all. And then it was like once he like let go of the whole like wild hunt thing more and started like, oh, do you kind of like when I saw like how much he cared for like the kids and Julian, I was like, okay. Randomly from the wild hunt thing that I was like, I don't know if he can be trusted. We're not supposed to trust the fairies and stuff. And then like I had for most of the book I could not stand him. And got a little bit more halfway through and I was like, okay, wait, nah, he's chill. But it took me a while to like start to like him. But I agree with the whole like him being bisexual, like just that like anyone you can really like she's extroverted characters, introverted characters, you know, intelligent characters, athletic characters, like any character like you can identify with, and I think that's like so special.
I think it's special as well. And I think that's like really important to have because you can have like the same character in multiple different books and it's just like very boring. But I always find that Cassie's characters are so completely different from one another. And I know a lot of people like can connect like different characters with one another as well in her series, but still like each are so unique and individual and anyone can connect to any of them, which I think is great.
Yeah, I fully agree and I love it.
What else did I want to mention? Oh, let's talk about Julian and Emma. Like,
okay. Oh, what happened to my face? Okay.
And, I was sort of talking to you about this. Okay. I'm gonna just go on a little spiel. So Cassandra Clare's books I love, and I love this world. I've said this multiple times. I think there are still so many things she can do with this world, and I love the fact she took something that I sort of questioned as well. Like I was always like, well, why is that a rule? I love the fact she kind of went with that, because with like Jace and Alec in City of Bones, like when Alec was trying to, and then that was a whole spiel of it not being a thing because now we know in this book it's actually like really bad. Yeah. Really bad. I think that's really cool that she developed that.
Yeah, I agree. Because like I had the same questions because like I read the Infernal Devices like right before this one. I remember like thinking while reading that and like about like Jem and Will and stuff, and I was like, you know, like I just had so many questions about like the parabatai and like how it worked and stuff, and like just didn't really like make sense to me. And so I was like super excited, like starting late at midnight, like, all right, we're gonna get some answers.
Uh,
I thought she explored it like really, really well.
I love the fact that she like added it. Like I love the fact that it's not like, oh, it's just a rule because it's just a rule. Like there's a whole reasoning behind it.
And she still has room to even explore it even more.
Exactly. Okay. So, how do you think they are potentially could be together? Like, how do you think they could possibly end up together? You know what I'm trying to ask?
I don't know, because like they always talk about how like you can't break the parabatai bond or something like that, and I feel like by them keep saying that, I'm like someone's gonna find a way, and like they're gonna break the bond or something, or like the whole greed thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I was like, I don't know. I haven't like quite developed like a solid theory yet, but my thing is like they might be able to break the parabatai bond because apparently that's never happened.
I know.
It's always first time for everything.
Well, what was the thing? Oh my god, I'm trying to think back to my review. Because oh wait, I had to say something. I'm like a million different thoughts right now. What was I gonna say? Oh, I lost my train of thought. It was such a good train of thought. Sabotage. Well, that's gone forever. Okay. I don't remember what I was gonna say. This is really frustrating. Well, I don't remember what I was gonna say.
Did you have like a theory?
I had a theory, but I had something to say that went along. Let me just let me think. There's something I had to say. Oh, I remember. Okay, so literally that was awful. Okay, so I heard, and actually Cassie said this. Oh, I've been calling Cassandra Clare Cassie this whole entire time. Just FYI. I heard that this series, it's like the way it ends is going to be worse than Clockwork Princess, and I'm not prepared for this. Like I'm not prepared for this. Like I'm not prepared for that. Caitlin, after I read Clockwork Princess, like I like sobbed myself to sleep at night, and like
I was on the airplane.
I
I was on an airplane home from Wisconsin.
I'm so sorry.
Sobbing silently. My mom's sleeping next to me. She wakes up, and I am sobbing silently in the middle of the airplane. And like, I'm like, this ugly crying face. And my mom is like, "Are you okay?" And I was like,
Like no, you're not.
I was like, "I'm not okay." She like didn't understand, but yeah, I was such a mess. I was like in this public confined space of an airplane.
For literally 2 whole weeks, I would just I would just sob myself. It wasn't even, it was like a book mourning. It wasn't even a hangover. Like I was literally just mourning this book. I was like, this is this. So the fact that it is claimed that this ending is going to be worse than Clockwork Princess, like my heart might not be able to handle it. So that's why I think
Yeah, I'm so scared.
I'm like scared. I'm actually like terrified because like I'm actually very scared because I literally like want Emma and Julian to end up together, obviously, but because she said this ending is heartbreaking, the possibility of them not ending up together is so much greater because of that, and it makes me so sad.
Yeah, I agree. That I'm like, it's not gonna work out how we want it to. I was like, I'm so scared.
Clockwork.
3 books, right? This Dark Artifice is only 3 books.
Mm-hmm. So it's like a trilogy. And then She's writing the. Why am I blanking right now?
Magnus Bane one. She's doing that.
That
And
one.
isn't there something else afterward?
Herondale, and literally, I'm already obsessed with James Herondale. And why can I not remember what it's called right now?
Oh yeah. Oh shoot, I know what you're talking about.
Why can I?
Like,
The Last Hours. Oh my god, I was like,
yes.
okay.
I think it was called.
Literally, I think like James Herondale is going to be like my number one Herondale because I honestly fell in love with him in the Shadowhunter Academy novellas. Like I loved
the last one I read was the first one that he was in.
I love Jace. I love Will, but literally, like I feel like I'm going to be in love with this character, and I haven't even gotten a full book from him, and I'm yet again. I'm not ready for it. I can't do it. My heart can only.
I can't handle the Herondales.
Too much, Cassie. Why you gotta do this to us?
Yeah, this family. I just can't deal with this family line.
I had something I wanted to say and I don't remember, but I digress. Do we have any questions? I just realized that was like I don't even know where we see that.
Yeah, is it somewhere on the video? I have no idea because it doesn't show up on my screen at all. So I don't know where it's supposed to come up.
Oh, someone. Okay. I just lost it. Okay, so.
I guess you can ask questions on Twitter too.
Oh yeah, on Twitter. Little Jackie Marie, that just was a very awkward self-promo I just did.
Yeah, Little Jackie Marie or XX Caitlin Nicole ask us questions.
I'm gonna tweet this out too. Why not? Why not?
Okay, I'll retweet it when you do that. Too lazy to start my own tweet.
Hear my like keyboard. I forgot to tag you. I'm an awful individual.
We'll stop it. Stop being an awful individual.
Why am I so bad? Oh, okay. I just found you. My voice just got really weird, like 2.5 seconds. Okay. I don't know where to find the chat thingy. I'm so sad.
I don't know.
Okay. Anyway, digress. What else can we talk about?
Oh, I have a point to like
ask
you about. Okay, so I like wrote this down somewhere. Where is it? Okay, so like throughout the book, I like noticed this. Would be so weird that I like noticed this, but Mark, like in particular, like was like throwing so much shade like at the Clave and stuff. Like throughout the entire book, when he was just like oh, like how like they don't care about the Shadowhunters, like you know how they always like abandon us and stuff, like they tend to like screw things over like most of the time. That like I don't know, like a lot of times like they did more harm than good, and I was like maybe the Clave like plays a bigger role like in the whole Parabatai relationship thing. You know what I'm trying to say?
No, I totally agree.
But like maybe there's like, you know, some conspiracy theories with the Clave and stuff that like she was hitting on because like Mark mentioned it like more than once to where like I noticed it. I was like, there's some shade.
Well, true though. I saw that because like I think with this trilogy specifically, it's really going off of the Mortal Instruments, and I know like the Clave like wasn't the best in the Mortal Instruments, so I think like that just like developed on into this series with like the Clave like not having their shit together. Let's just be real. So
Yeah, they're helping when they're supposed to, like when they're needed to help, you know?
it's like the American government. Like, I mean, hopefully no one hears me say that, but I just threw some shade. But anyway,
More shade
like
thrown.
more shade thrown by me. But it's like you think they're gonna do this, and then they don't do it, and they're supposed to do things. And I think you're right. I think they do have more of something to do with the parabatai pond. I'm so conscious of saying that word. What was the point? Where's my iPad? We're gonna bring out the iPad because that's where I highlight points. Okay, hold on.
Or right now the iPad. I like have sticky notes, and I like look at these sticky notes.
Oh,
I'm such a nerd. I coded my sticky notes.
oh, my iPad's dead. Well, this is me not preparing for life in general. What was the specific thing? So the reasoning that Parabata. I'm so subconscious of saying that.
Why did you say that?
The reason they can't be together is because they go insane and
I'm like too powerful or something. Like
too powerful. But
taken over with like greed and stuff, like for power.
Yeah.
Like they just
evil, and then they kill all their loved ones or something like that. They kill. I forget how it's worded.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think. What was is there like proof of that? Like was there actual like evidence that like, oh, this parabatai couple actually, you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. I don't remember.
I don't remember
Like,
because maybe since you said like the Clave might have something to do with it, maybe they made up that factor. Like maybe they made up the fact that wait. Didn't Jem, didn't he say that that's the reason why?
oh. Did
I
he?
think at the end he said okay. I'm sorry, y'all. I haven't read the book until March, but the reason was found out by Emma, and Emma was talking to Jem. Remember when they found the lost Herondale?
Yeah.
And then she went to Mark and was like, yo, I'm gonna use that IOU favor. And that's literally what happened. Okay, I remember it. And I trust Jem, but dang. I was like maybe like the Clave made it up. Yeah. They made it up so like no one was as powerful as them. But then I was like, but it's Jem, like Jem.
Yeah. I don't know. I just I feel like there's more. There's like so much more, and I'm just like, I just want to know everything.
I think she could have developed that too.
Yeah. I was like, oh, she just has so much more that she can talk about that I'm just like, Okay, do you agree with the whole like cold peace, is that the name of the treaty is, or whatever, that like they can't talk to fairies and stuff? You know, they can't help them. Do you agree with that?
No. That's just like they don't learn their lesson because they had a similar thing. What was it with? Oh Lord, this is a little bit okay. City. Okay, what was the thing that they signed something in City of Glass? I am like not together with this right now. They signed something in City of Glass because something was already signed before it. I forget exactly. I'm completely vague right now. Anyway, I forget exactly what it was, but something happened already that was similar to it. Like they made up a rule, and there's always been, I feel like, this like what word do I want to use? Very divided between like all the different supernaturals per se, and I feel the fact that they're completely isolating the Fae is just going to cause more of an issue. Like,
yeah,
that's not going to help anything.
Yeah, Like, I just keep thinking that, like, oh, like, ever since, like, the whole, like, peace thing happened, you know, that we can't help them, we can't talk to them, like, I can just imagine them in their little Sealy courts, like, coming up with, like, a plan to, like, take them, because then, like, this Sealy court, like, split into two. It's, like, the unsealy court, like, the dark ones, and then, like, they're not as dark ones, but, like, I just imagine them, like, chilling in the courts, like, devising a little plan, like.
This might sound a little bit weird, but this might be like the history, like, fangirl in me, but this is sort of, okay, World War I, how Germany was so.
I was literally just thinking out, like, the treaty were signed.
Okay, so World War I, how they were completely pushed to the side, given all the debt of the war, everything like that. Then twist the turns, World War II happened because there was so much aggravation and so much aggression towards the other countries because they were put under this, like, suffrage. So it reminded me of that, and I was like, there's stuff going to happen. Like, there's stuff going to happen. And it's going to.
I definitely thought of that too. Because I was thinking, like, oh, like, Hitler rose up. People trusted him because they were like, oh, he had a promise of a better future. He was going to take revenge and, like, bring Germany back to, like, prosperity and stuff. Because they were crushed, like, so horribly by all the other countries involved that, you know, Germany didn't see another option. I was thinking this too, like, they're just rise up from the Fae, and, like, I'm just an all-out, like, downworld war at this point could happen.
It's gonna happen. What was? Hold on. I think. Okay, I was, like, trying to think. Okay, you know, Kieran, the prince. So I was thinking, like, you know how you said, like, someone will rise, sort of like how like, Hitler rose up. I was thinking, like, maybe it's going to be, like, the king, because isn't he the prince? I'm like,
oh yeah,
I'm like vaguely,
like, get exiled or whatever to the hunt, you know, because they're saying, like, there was like it was like a punishment for him.
Yeah,
he was, like, to be in the hunt, and, like
if he's that ruthless, then, like, maybe he'll try hardcore or something, because that's an idea I had, but.
No, I see what you're saying. Like, I don't know. I just feel like I'm kind of curious to, like, what direction he's gonna take it, because right now there's, like, so many different things happening that I'm, like, really curious to see where it goes.
Yeah, I'm so excited for the next book, and I'm very weird. I don't know why I just did that, but I'm really excited for the next book, and I think we're on.
I still have some questions. Like, I need to know.
I think we're on something, though, with, like, our connection to, like, Germany, because, like,
like, World War I, World War II, yeah. So you just said that, I was, like, literally thinking that.
Because, like, I, like, felt weird saying it, like, in my review, so I was like, I'm just not gonna say it. I'm gonna wait till I talk to Caitlin, because, like, what she says about this.
Yeah, you're a girl, history nerd, so you.
I literally read that, and I was like, okay, this is low-key what they, like, did to him.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Watch, we're gonna be so spot on and be like, see, we, like, nailed it.
All, like, deserve, like, 2 pat on the back. Like
hello.
Not anything. Like,
we know it.
What else do I want to say? I remember I had something else I wanted to talk about. Let me see.
No, I'm trying to think, what else? Okay, for me, I had a hard time, like, piecing together, like, all the that they given with, like, the Guardians and the followers. Did you, like, feel that too? Or did you, like, get it, like, from the start? Like, I know for me, like, I had trouble, like, it took me a while to figure out, like, how the heck, like, everything connected.
I mentioned this earlier. I am a CSI / Criminal Minds fanatic, and this stuff is literally, like, I love the fact that it was, like, the whole trying to figure that out. Like, I was hyped about it. I was like, oh, I'm so excited. So, like, I I didn't find it hard to see the connections, but I think like with all the information we were given, I was like, how are they, like, I get what you're saying. Like, I just couldn't really see how they were connected.
Yeah, like that was my job. I was like she'd given us like a bunch of different pieces, and then like they were like talking about how they connected. And I was like, wait, like how did that happen? It wasn't until like closer towards the end when I think it was Emma, like I forgot who she's talking to, but she just gave out like this big old long paragraph. Maybe it was she was talking to Diego or something, and she was like explaining what they knew, and I was like, oh, that's how it's working.
It was like finally like clicked. I'm like, oh,
like that's what that means.
It's so funny.
I was like, oh lordy, I'm just getting so slow.
Oh, that's so funny. I had something. What else? I'm trying to think. I'm like clicking.
No. Did she mute herself?
Yes, I did.
Wait.
I was watching my review to see like if like I could like remember anything to bring up because I forgot.
And I still like I filmed my review like a week ago and like I forgot to put it up.
Do it.
I know. I like filmed it. I was thinking about that earlier today. I was like, oh man, I'm doing my live show before my review.
Yeah, mine is 24 minutes long, so there's that. But I literally
I think mine was like 15, 16. Like mine was like one of my longest reviews.
I know, mine was like literally like a TV episode of Friends. I was like, let's
trying to figure out how the hell to be together.
Oh wait,
I don't know. I was
Okay, so what I was trying to think of, like, this is the thought I had. So, to get rid of the parabatai bond, this is so far-fetched. If they did, like, be together, like, if that happened, and they had that magic happen, maybe that would be powerful enough to get rid of the parabatai bond.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Like push their magic onto something else. Oh,
and then they get rid of the parabatai bond, then they wouldn't have the evil magic. But then I was like, that could go way too far, way too fast.
Yeah, I was thinking like, don't the Silent Brothers like do the parabatai ceremony? Mm-hmm. Right, the ones who like do it. Mm-hmm. I was thinking like, because I thought the whole if like, brothers like could actually like if one of them became like a sound, you know, like if Julian became like a sound brother, like I don't know, like maybe like if they have that connection, like that magic that like would make him stronger too to be able to take it off.
Ooh, that makes sense. I don't know. I was just thinking like because yet again, Cassie said that this is going to break our hearts more than Clockwork Princess, which didn't even think was possible. Something is about to go down, and I'm like, not ready for it. I'm not ready for it.
So, I'm so scared.
I was trying to think of any possibility that, like, even though the outcome might not be good, it's still, like, a possibility. So that's what I said. Because, like, let's say that, like, they do break the parabatai bond, but they have that magic. They're still like they could still like be evil in a sense. So, and then what you said that's a good one too.
I'm like, I don't know. There's so many like different options. Like I just can't. I'm like I need more.
I love making theories though. What else can I say? Because like okay, this is another Mortal Instruments spoiler. So if you haven't read the Mortal Instruments, just saying. One thing that I was still like, how did she even think of that as a way was, you know how in City of Heavenly Fire, when Jace actually had like that he burned Jeff's, like, silent brother thing, like that whole entire factor I thought was so interesting. The fact that like Cassandra Clare made that up, and it's something I wouldn't even think of like a million billion years, like that could be a possibility. So I feel like this is going to be one of those. Like I feel like it's going to be one of those. It's like you can't even like see it coming because like you can't make it up. You know what I mean? If they end,
like it's unbelievable.
They end up together. Like that's all. That's the reason.
Yeah. No, I'm just imagining like just some crazy like epic unbelievable thing that I'm like, I didn't see coming. Which I mean, most likely me, I probably wouldn't have seen coming. But knowing my pattern, I probably won't see whatever's coming.
I'm just flipping through the book and I don't even have a goal in mind.
I like marked so many things that I'm like, I don't even.
People that do that, like, I wish I was you. Like, I wish I was that, like, good. But I don't. I only do it with my Kindle / iBook e-reader thing.
Oh my gosh, you should see this. Okay, at the top here, I don't know if you can tell, but I have paper clips. Okay. In these paper clips, I have index cards that I wrote stuff that I stick in the paper clips on my pages.
That's amazing to me.
I was like, because like I think of things I want to say, or like, and like I'll mark it, but then I'll forget like why I marked it.
Mm-hmm.
And so then I would write it on this Post-it and put it like on the page. So I knew why I had it marked.
Wow, I wish I was like.
I know, I'm just like so
together to do that. Like I'm not that organized.
I've started doing that with the Court of Mist and Fury, so that might take me a little bit longer to read, just because I'm like being so particular with it. But like I thought that helped me like night so much.
I wish I was smart. I remember with like Lady Midnight and like my review, like I wrote, like I had a notebook and I would just like write random things. But like that's so organized. Like why can't I do that? That like gives me inspiration. Like
I'm gonna take my books.
like that gives me inspiration, and then I'm like, but will I actually do it myself? Probably not. Like, I'll be like, okay, next book I do, I'll do exactly what Caitlin does, and like that looks so cool. And then literally it comes to the moment, I'll be like halfway down, and I'm like, God damn it! Like, I can't mark anything. I'm like, I was supposed to mark it.
Okay. Oh, are we missing anything that we haven't talked about from the book?
I'm trying to think. Talked about the plot twist. Talked about theories. Talked about characters. What else can we talk about? Oh, do you think Malcolm's dead? I don't.
No.
Not at all.
Oh yeah, and I think that Annabelle, whatever, I think that she's alive, but I don't, because the whole epilogue part.
Oh yeah,
like at the end.
She definitely is.
But I was like, I don't understand like how she could be alive, because then they needed like blackthorn blood or something.
That's why I think I was like, was someone like bleeding? Because you know how like in the fight scene, Ty had that cut because when they were in the library, that thing exploded.
Mm-hmm.
And he had that cut, and then they went to the battle scene. So like maybe like, maybe it didn't have to be like a dead Blackthorn, but like it just had to be like their blood.
Mm-hmm.
So that was just what I was thinking, but like that's.
I just like reread the end of the epilogue, and it said like it brought with it the magic of the ocean, and with it the blood of the one who had loved her, a stranger magic still. So maybe like it didn't mean just Blackthorn blood.
Yeah, maybe.
This is like the blood of, was it Malcolm Wirt?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because he was set in the ocean.
Those
Like,
parts
why
are
would you do
boring.
that? That was so frustrating to me. I was like, why would you send his body into the ocean? Why wouldn't you like double, triple, quadruple check?
Check.
Like, I'm sorry. Yet again,
Yeah.
suicide, criminal minds, and me. You always protect yourself. Never ever do that.
They're dead. Yeah. No, I think he's still alive and he's gonna come back.
Yep, it's like a thousand.
She brings back every single bad guy. Valentine, Sebastian.
Low key this though. Mortal Instruments, low key. That was
It's like she brings back all of them and they all come to fight.
oh my god damn. I'd be like, Sebastian would kick everyone's ass.
He's like, oh, you peasants. He's sitting on his throne.
He would sit down. Oh my god. He was such an interesting character though.
I agree. He's one of my favorite bad guys.
Oh,
like ever.
So well done. What else? I'm so upset you still haven't read the short story.
I know. As soon as I finished this book, like I was just in like shocked that I just like needed a break, and then I haven't. Before I finish for you.
You gotta though, because you know how they came at the end?
Yeah? Does it keep following them?
It shows what they were doing before.
Oh. Okay, all right, I'm gonna read it tonight so I can text you.
Yes, I literally pressured so many people. I'm like, why? I'm like, ha ha ha. It's so good. It's like
I know.
it's like
On at the end of
it's like not that much. I don't actually know how many pages it is, but it's worth it.
short. I don't know. I don't know. I just couldn't. I don't really know why.
I want more from it because I'm like, wait, you'll understand. Say something and I was like, wait, spoilers. But for anyone that's actually read the short story, I'm right, Caitlin should read it because it's good. I was literally like, wait, I want more of a development of this.
And you just keep leaving more. Like
Cassie, just write for the rest.
I'm like, I hope it never ends.
Also, low key, this is so random. I actually really love this book cover.
I do too. Mine's still on my shelf, but I like to understand it, the whole water thing, and then now I'm like, oh, water, ocean.
Oh, what's her sword again? What's the name of her sword again?
Yeah, I'm not even trying to pronounce it.
Cortana.
Cortana. So okay.
Yet again.
Yeah.
Actually, the Scholomance, she says. But I like the fact that like it has so much detail. And at first I was really nervous. I was like, do I have to order all of the new covers in hardback? Don't even come in hardback. I'm bitter about that. I have the one and this one. But apparently someone said they're releasing these and like the new covers, like the hardback versions. I'm like, why would they do that? But someone told me they're at Walmart, so I gotta go to Walmart sometime. Cause I'm a crazy person. I need everything to be in the same cover.
Yeah, I do too. But I like the the original like covers and works like of the Mortal Instruments and stuff and the Mortal Devices. Like, oh, I just love them. They look so good.
Oh my god. Just Cassie's books.
Oh, they just get me.
No, I low-key want to get, I really badly want to get that one book that I was talking to you, that it's the, what is it called? A History of Notable Shadow Hunters.
Oh, yeah. No, that looks really interesting. I kind of want that one too.
I'm like, give me all the Shadow Hunter things. I don't know what I'm trying.
I'm like, I also need the Bay Chronicles and the Shadowhunters Codex. I need all of them.
Oh, This though, look how pretty this is. Like,
No, I want it so badly.
it feels nice.
So pretty.
It's a good quality. And at first, like, I wasn't about getting it because I was like, is it worth it? I'm like, yeah, it is. Like, I'm buying it. I'm like, just get it.
I'm just gonna go to Spree and I'm like, I need the Crowns game. I was like, I need Shadow's Codex. Like, I need just tomorrow.
And you're so cool.
Love it. Ah.
This low-key makes me sad. This low-key makes me sad.
Oh.
Still bitter. Still bitter.
Oh, they're all so pretty.
I know. I love the Cassie books. Okay, what else can we talk about?
Where's my book? I keep dropping my book.
I'm like holding it like it's my baby. It's actually my child.
It is me. It's so child.
My child, literally.
It's Lady Midnight.
I'm so nervous.
I'm too.
Aren't you nervous?
My
I
heart.
told you that? Like, did you not know that before?
No, I didn't. Now you have me so scared.
And I was like, why did this person tell me this? Like,
Watching it so wrong. It's like a fantastic ending.
I'm so scared. I hope the other two books are as big as this one.
Oh, I do too.
Or bigger. Haha.
I lied, baby. Because I'm not lie.
How many pages? This is 668. Pull a Sarah J. Maas and make it 704.
Sarah J. Maas everyone up.
Literally, like.
She's like, this is how you write a book.
Oh my God, chill. I can't stop reading. Like, I was surprised. I almost like read this like straight through, but then I was like, wait, I have to finish schoolwork. But I'm so excited. Oh yeah.
So thank God.
Okay. What else do you want to mention?
I don't know. Have we mentioned? Pretty much mentioned everything.
I'm gonna see if there's any questions on what you'll call it on. I think we can see questions like if you go on the actual video, like on YouTube.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Like if you
Oh,
go on
okay. So someone actually asked, "Do you believe Malcolm Fade is really dead?" Like we mentioned. No, because he doesn't make anything that easy, and that was way too easy for him to die. Like, let's just be honest.
No, like him and Annabelle, like could come back. Annabelle could be the Hitler.
Hopefully, no one just didn't join in just then and heard that.
They're probably like, "What the heck?"
Okay, girl, chill.
Every time I'm like, Siri.
When someone said I heard so much about this book, I really want to read it as soon as I am in front of it. Yes, definitely buy it. It's totally worth it. Someone just said, just tune in. I heard so much about this book and I really want to read it. As soon as I get the money for it, I'm going to buy it. Yes, definitely buy it.
Guys, get it and read it. It's fantastic.
It's beauty though.
Yeah, one of the best Cassandra Clare books, like, to date. Like, she's improved so much, like, just as a writer.
I think when you find writers and you just follow them through their career, it's one of my favorite things. And especially with, like, Cassie, I just, like, she's constantly coming out with, like, a better book each time she comes out with a new book. And it's just, like, awesome to see that. What else did I want to say? Well, let me see. And it's just like awesome to see that. I don't see any other questions, but what else to do? Anything else?
No, I don't think so. We can talk about our next book. I'm really excited about it. A little fantasy rifle book.
Me, I was like, I don't have a physical copy of it, but
The Crown's Game by, who was it by? EVELYN SKYE?
That sounds right.
Is that who it was by?
Let's double check it because
Make sure. Yes, The Crown's Game by EVELYN SKYE.
it just came out a few days ago, a week ago. When did it come out?
May 17th.
So
Is that right?
long ago. So that's our pick. We're going to start it tomorrow, June 1st, and then read it until July. We're planning on doing the live show for it July 31st, and it will be on my channel. If any way, shape, or form that changes, we'll update the Goodreads group and we'll mention it on Twitter or something like that. We'll talk and discuss about it.
Yeah. You have a couple months to read it, purse it, read it at your own pace, Don't need to rush that you have to read it every month. Like, nah, you got so much time to read it before then. And then discuss it with us.
What else can we say? I don't know what else to say. I love these live shows. I'm trying to think. This was just fun. I just love talking about this book because I love this book.
You do. Oh, it was great.
I mean, it was interesting experience, but this was just like my baby, my child.
It's great. I just had so much fun reading this, and I had so much fun like talking to you about this.
I think it's awesome that like we started this and then we get other people involved. Like I love this whole factor. I think it's so fun, and it's like very. What's the word I'm thinking of? It's lost to me. Anyway, literally my brain, like I can't. Nothing sticks. Okay. I don't know what else to say, but
I know. Go read it.
Yeah.
Go pick it up.
well, we sort of said spoilers, but if you just read it,
read it and pick up The Crown's Game and join us for our next one.
Definitely excited. Okay.
Are we ending this? Are we ready?
I mean, I guess, but
All right. Bye, guys. Thanks for watching.
bye.